Namaste everyone. Om Sai Ram. Today I was doing a meditation for our group, Power of Purity meditation. And while doing this meditation, probably thoughts or spiritually or telepathically, I reached Shirdi, where currently Mohanji is there, and there is a powerful retreat happening. Many people are gathered there in person, and obviously we could sitting here far away, thousands of miles away, we still feel the energy that's happening, flowing there. And during this meditation, I got the thoughts of some remembrance, memories from earlier this year, back in March, when I accompanied Mohanji to Canada. And I was there with him, serving him as his PA. And we stayed there in the Canada ashram. And something that beautiful and very powerful things that happened there, related to Sai Baba, of course. And those thoughts, those memories came back. During this meditation, I was literally floating between Shirdi and the Canada ashram and Mohanji and Baba. So I thought I will share that story with all of you. And of course, I have some memories in form of some photos that I clicked on my camera those times, and also some videos. So let's walk through that memory lane and see a beautiful aspect of how Mohanji cares for Baba. And this is something that really opened my eyes when I observed this, witnessed this directly myself, being there physically near to Mohanji. So I think it will be, all of you will enjoy for sure. So again, this is, everybody's experience is unique. I'm sure all of you have experienced, Baba, Sai Baba or Mohanji, and have seen Mohanji and Baba together in many, many occasions. And all of you who are there right now in Shirdi and enjoying that immense powerhouse there, and the love and, compassion of Mohanji and Baba. Please do share whenever you can. I will share sitting here. I'm being in the consciousness of Mohanji. There is no distance. There is, I really feel that I'm there physically very much with Mohanji and the entire group of devotees in Shirdi. So let me share. Okay, so back in March, Mohanji was visiting Canada. And I was very, very blessed opportunity that I had to accompany Mohanji and his team. And we were staying few days in Canada ashram. So there was a weekend 3-day retreat that was happening. And as we reached, Mohanji that evening told Mahesh Bhai and others, saying that, tomorrow morning, I will do the Abhishek of Baba. And then and he said, you can invite people, inform people, whoever can, they can come. So this was the day before actually retreat had not started. This was the Thursday. So 5 o'clock in the morning, Mohanji, this had to start, Abhishekam had to start. So Mohanji woke up, he got ready because I was assisting him. I was helping him, getting him ready. So he took a head bath. His hair was wet, but he got ready. We had traveled all the way from London to Toronto, but, nothing stopped. He was ready on time. And then we went to the temple. Of course, it's in the ashram itself. And everybody was gathered there. This was the first time I was visiting Canada ashram, and I was visiting this Baba temple there. And Baba's presence, in anyone who has actually been to the Canada ashram and been with Baba, they will feel Baba is present. He's so alive, so alive. And we know this because when also people who are connected to Mohanji, even if they were not connected before to Sai Baba, they feel Baba's presence, because when Mohanji had done the Prana Pratishtha there, Baba's Prana Pratishtha in the ashram back in 2018, he had said that, I actually placed a part of my soul there. So you see Baba's idol is not just a idol of marble stone. You feel Baba is real, very much real. So we feel that, but do we treat him like that? This is a question that, this is one thing that I got aware when Mohanji was doing what he was doing. We feel, oh, Baba is real. We feel the energy, we sing and, we pray and all that, but we don't treat him that he is living. And this was shocked me only when Mohanji made us realize this. And he made us realize this very subtly. He doesn't really point us our mistakes, but the way he does everything by action. So when the Abhishek process started, obviously he started with Ganeshji and then the little Sai Baba idols. There are two little Sai Baba idols. He poured water and did the Abhishek, and then he went to the big murti, the big idol. And the way Mohanji, while he was doing Abhishek, he was also, he first narrates. So he did it himself, and we were just watching. I think we didn't pay any, or I didn't pay any attention as to, yes, I saw him gently, very gently, he's pouring water from this, pot on Baba's head, and then he was rubbing his palm all over Baba's body, very gently on his face, on his body, on his chest, his legs, his arms, and then going to his knees, and then legs and feet. So Mohanji was doing it very gently. I was watching it, standing there. I was observing it, and then after some time, he called each one by one. He said, "Come one by one. Take as long as take time. Do not rush." And then when he after he did that, he came and sat in a chair opposite to Baba's idol. It is a small room. I will show you the picture soon. So he sat there, and from sitting from there, he started giving the instruction to people who are going. He said, go one by one, take water in that pot and pour gently. First start with head, from the head, but make sure that don't touch the pot on Baba's body, head or anywhere. It happens, sometimes you are in a rush or your hand shakes and the pot touches. And actually, maybe for some people, it just happened, if they're not tall enough. And this Murti idol is a quite big idol. So sometimes when it touched, Mohanji says, don't touch the pot on Baba's body. How do you treat Baba as a baby? He said, when you are bathing Baba, means when you're doing the Abhishek is basically bathing Baba. When you're bathing Baba, you have to treat him like a baby. So you can't touch the pot, metal pot to your body, right? You wouldn't like it. So why are you touching to Baba's body? So that really, when he said that, I was stunned. And I realized that how Mohanji was doing the Abhishek. He was bathing. He was actually treating as if you're bathing your own son, little child. And then he said, don't leave any corner. When you're putting water, it's not just that you're pouring water on an idol. You are bathing him, right? So you have to make sure that you have removed all the dirt. So go in every corner, every inside, behind the ear, behind, inside the nose, on the neck, below the knees. It's like really like how when you give birth to your child, how would you do that? And as he was guiding, sitting there, and he was guiding each one, okay, take more water. Make sure that first of all, actually, to begin with, when he started, he touched the water and checked it. Is the water of right temperature? It should not be too cold. It should not be too hot, And then, very lovingly moving. And he said, everyone take your time. do it very gently and very lovingly. This is how you're saying, do it very lovingly. When you're touching Baba's face, you are, touching with so much of love, so much of compassion. So you are wiping rubbing his face, his body, his back, even the back. He said, don't forget the back. So he was actually guiding this step by step. And everyone, maybe in the first day we are probably 25 of us, but he said, no rush, no rush, go, do one by one and take your time. And as you're doing, this is your chance to serve Baba like a child. You are bathing him. And he kept on reminding there. And while Mohanji was sitting, suddenly, this was happening, people were, and the chanting was happening. He kept saying also what to chant, sometimes Om Sai Nathaya Nama, sometimes some other chanting. So he kept guiding us to keep chanting as people were, bathing Baba and doing the Abhishek. And Mohanji sat there in front of Baba in the chair, and suddenly, and people were, after their turn, they used to go and sit on the feet of Mohanji. And I suddenly looked at, I kept looking at Mohanji time to time. And then I see his face, straight looking at Baba, as if, how a mother would watch the son. He was watching, and he was in a different communion the entire time. And he was in a different communion with Baba. And his face has changed, his eyes had changed. And at the same time, whenever required, he was giving those instructions to everyone. And then I'll let me take a break here, and I would like to share my screen, some of the photos at this point of time. So I'll just take a couple of minutes. I will share my screen right away. Yeah, this is one of the photos. Hopefully you can see this. When he was sitting right in front of Baba's idol, and when he was looking at Baba. You can see on his face and his eyes. These were just pictures captured from my mobile, of course. And then I want to show you this photo. I don't have the photo where he was bathing, but I have the photo when he, after everybody finished the bathing, then it's time to wipe Baba, right? Wipe in the towel. And you must see this. I think I have a video. I will show this also. When he was wiping Baba, it's just, like how you do to your baby, your child, right? You will take the towel, making sure that every corner is free of water. You can see these photos, and you can see and look at his face, if you can feel that that warmth. And of course, this is after wiping him, then it's the putting the clothes. And then when he was putting the clothes to Baba, you can feel that compassion, that affection of a mother when you are dressing up your child, right? So he was taking so much of care, with so much of love, making sure everything is perfectly fit, all the alankara, all the jewelry, the mukut and everything. So this is one. I will share one video. I hope you can. Let me just see if I've shared the sound. I want to ensure that the sound is shared. Okay.
Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha. Om Shri Jai Sai Namo. Sadhguru Sai Namo. Om Sai Namo.
nicely. He's rubbing all the places.
Sai Namo Namah. Shri Sai Namo Namah. Jai Jai Sai Namo Namah. Sadguru Sai Namo Namah. Om Sai Namo Namah. Shri Sai Namo Namah. Jai Jai Sai Namo Namah.
I will show you one more. Let's see what.
Shri Satchidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Bole Brahma Rishi Mohanji Maharaj Ki Jai. Satchidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Sai Namo Namah. Shri Sai Namo Namah. Jai Jai Sai Namo Namah. Sadguru Sai Namo Namah. Om Sai Namo Namah. Shri Sai Namo Namah. Jai Jai Sai Namo Namah. Sadguru Sai Namo Namah. Om Sai Namo Namah. Shri Sai Namo Namah. Jai Jai Sai Namo Namah. Sadguru Sai Namo Namah. Om Sai Namo Namah. Shri Sai Namo Namah. Jai Sai Namo Namah. Sadguru Sai Namo Namah. Om Sai Namo Namah. Shri Sai Namo Namah. Jai Jai Sai Namo Namah. Sadguru Sai Namo Namah.
So as you saw that, there, the details that Mohanji took care of while pouring the water and while wiping Baba. This was not just a mere ritual of, Abhishek, as we know. Actually, it became a very live ritual of actually like Baba sitting in front of you, and all of us got this chance to bathe him. And you also felt the energy in that place was just so amazing. I'll show you some of the pictures again, because I think more than my words, the picture would say a lot. So I'll just quickly take you through the pictures of those at that time. I'll show this. It is the just on the side. Okay, I showed you these ones. Okay, this is okay. That was the first day, but then Mohanji said that he would continue doing this throughout the retreat. So for 3 days continuously, 4 days actually, Abhishekam happened. So this is just to show another day pictures captured while Mohanji was sitting and watching. You can see. I'm sure just by looking at the picture, you can feel that communion happening, feel that presence. It's just the camera, mobile camera capturing it and not doing enough justice. But all of us who were present there, we felt that where Mohanji took us in his presence when he was doing. when I was browsing through the pictures, I noticed this picture. This is our dear Liliana, who is no more now. She passed away because of cancer recently. But this was her last meeting with Mohanji, and what a great experience that. Mm, I'm sorry. This is. I forgot to bring that. That's Sarah. I was going to talk about Liliana. Okay, I don't have that photo, but I remembered her when I was just seeing all the people. Okay, this is another day, second day probably. Again, a picture of Mohanji in that state of communion with Baba while everybody else was doing the Abhishek. And I just kept looking and capturing these moments of Mohanji in a different state altogether. You don't get to see this in normal photo shoot or capturing photo. These were moments of, I would say, rare moments that we get to see, and just the presence. You see, he is looking at Baba, the right opposite him, constantly in that very in-depth, what to say, that communion happening. And it was really as if Baba was sitting flesh and blood there, like in his own body, physical body. That's how you feel. I mean, when I looked at Mohanji and I clicked these pictures, I just felt we were all in Shirdi those days. And that Mohanji was in a completely different form, that he was allowing us to experience Baba through him. And that's what was there. Then, okay, this is what I wanted to show you all. On another day, like after bathing Baba, you put the scent, the attar, a very fragrant oil on Baba's body before putting the clothes. So so Mohanji went and did that to Baba, the idol, and then he allowed others to also apply and put the clothes. Then in his hand he had this attar, right, left. So he came, and whoever is sitting devotees, he just called somebody and he started rubbing, putting that on their face as well. So once he did to one by one, everybody came. Everyone came, and then he asked, Sanjay, give me, Acharya, give me some more, attar. And as you can see in this photo, Sanjay Bhai is holding that attar. Mohanji took it, and he, everybody who was in line, everybody came one by one, and he kept applying. And you should see, it was ecstatic. People were ecstatic when Mohanji was applying that, as if Baba himself came and applying the attar. Everyone, the little children, and the environment there became so loving. It's just full of love and compassion and affection, and you can see that flowing in everybody's face, everyone who was there. And Mohanji stood there, called each one of us one by one, and everyone was just melting. After doing the Abhishek to Baba, and then Mohanji doing this to you, it was like, and it just happened. It just happened suddenly. So everybody was just melting. People were crying. The tears were just flowing. It was just on high on bhav and devotion, and coming and hugging him, touching his feet, and some people are crying. Some people were really. Speechless. I was clicking the photo. I was standing there and I couldn't move. But then right in the end, after everybody's done, Mohanji called me also and did that. So, so I mean, just remembering that, you feel that, we don't know. I mean, you don't miss being in Shirdi, right? Because Mohanji actually brought the experience of Shirdi there, the experience of you being with Baba directly in his flesh and blood there. So those 3-4 days of when Mohanji was doing the Abhishek and allowing every single one to do the Abhishek, the way he was caring, the way he was guiding each one of us. And then, of course, this little treat in the end, because we followed his instruction. So in the end, he gave us this treat of applying attar on our face. And I just wanted to say another thing, the two little idol that was there. So one day after Mohanji did when he was doing the Abhishek to the big idol, I and Manisha, I think we were doing Abhishek to the little idol, and wiping and then putting the clothes on the little idols. So I was wiping one of the idols, and I touched the hands, the fingers of one idol, and suddenly it felt as if I'm actually wiping Mohanji's hand. And that feeling is so tangible, because this idol is a marble statue, right? It's hard, but the moment I was wiping, I felt it is real, and it felt Mohanji's hand. I know the touch of Mohanji's hand because I wipe Mohanji's hand and I apply cream to his hand, so I know how it feels. So I felt like that. So suddenly, when I felt that, I got a jerk, and then I turned my face and looked at Mohanji, and that is when the green photo, the photo in green kurta I showed, where he was merged into that communion. That's when I looked back and I saw, and I felt, and these fingers of Baba Idol at that point of time looked exactly the same, exactly ditto the same as Mohanji's fingers at that point of time. I mean, later on you go and click a picture, it will not be like that. Is the normal idol, but at that point of time when I felt it is as Mohanji's fingers, it actually looked like Mohanji's fingers. And I turned back and I saw Mohanji in that communion. So then as soon as I finished the clothing, I came and clicked the photos of Mohanji. So, every way that Mohanji indicated the presence of Baba, that he made this entire ritual of Abhishekam every single day for the 4 days, so live, as if all of us were, the retreat days, there were 30, 40 of us there. Every day, he made us feel like we are sitting in Shirdi, and this ritual was happening. So so amazing. March was cold, there was even snow, but nothing mattered. It wasn't, nothing stopped, because in the presence of master, the energy was just so amazing. I'm sure any of you who were there in Canada in those days, please do message, and share your experience also. I was for the first time experiencing this so closely, which became so tangible for me. It was not just mere ritual. It showed me Mohanji's relation with Baba, his caring for Baba, was beyond the world, and the oneness. The other aspects that I shared with you, the oneness just shows through those. With that, I will share you maybe one more video, and then I will let you go. So let's just see where we can. This one you have seen it. I'm sorry, I am browsing. This also you have seen it. Yeah, this one. watching these videos and watching these photos really, took me to those few days in Canada. And right now that Mohanji is in Shirdi, I just feel the blessings, the grace, that connection through consciousness takes us beyond this distance, the geographical distance. And I feel so grateful to Baba and Mohanji for giving us this feeling of oneness that's beyond any other experience, I would say. I think if we have realized and felt this oneness, that's all that we need. There is nothing more miraculous things that we need, no more tangible, nothing more is more tangible than this experience. So all those devotees who were there in Canada those days, who felt all these moments, and all those devotees who are there right now with Mohanji and Shirdi, very, very blessed souls. And all of you who are watching, through the glimpses of these photos, the videos, the experience sharing, I hope you also feel the grace and the love and blessings of Mohanji and Baba. With that, I will leave you here. Thank you for joining me and listening to my story. If you have any comments, any questions, you can always put in the comment box or ask me. And I'd love to share more in the coming days. Thank you so much. I love you, Mohanji. Om Sai Ram.